Let's see here. Exception. And we're back. Yes, we are back. In fact, all right, here we go. Still on the atom chart. I'll let people filter back in. All right, here we go. Oh shit! I don't like hearing myself. There we go. Live chat. I'll let people filter back in. Yeah, robot penis. Grab a monster. Delicious. Absolutely fucking delicious. All right, let's get cooking. So still looking at Adam. It's got bullish momentum going again for 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So as of New York Stock Exchange closed yesterday, it has lost its trend. I anticipate with Tokyo, Tokyo's been known to dump, so we'll probably dump just a little more, probably back to the same as this green wick right here, down at its floor before we reclaim, if Atom reclaims. But it does have some very strong showings. I think I tried this already and just couldn't make it work. Oh shit. Sorry, it's fucking allergy season where I'm at. It's like I'm dealing with a lot of congestion, a lot of allergies. Yeah, no, Atom is not something that I particularly uh trade with. Grows slow, drops slow. There's no excitement for me in particular. Like I said, you can kind of just look back here. Just got done with this downtrend. I don't remember if it was Delta or Electron that had mentioned that we're seeing the flip of altcoins. This is what they're talking about when they say breakout. They're not talking about like it's going through the to the moon. They are in fact talking that it has broken its downtrend. Like I said, before the stream cut out last time, I drew our deals here. This is our range that we're going to be playing in. This is gathered from the daily. I then condense down to the 4 hour and start putting together patterns myself. Yo, and yeah, just this has never been a coin that I've entertained. Can't say that I've wanted to entertain anything like that. It's not for me. Get some tunes going. I don't care about copyright. I'm not doing this to make any money or get any type of notoriety or clout. This is just me wanting to share the things that I've learned from literally everybody in the accent community. Like I said, uh, fucking remember, like right before or right after Christmas, Trump goes, "Come on, John, we're gonna go scout." I'm like, "What is that?" I was fucking hooked. And you may see some. You ever see Galaxy come through or Zen come through? Oh, dude, that's full on reminiscence. Even fucking AST. AST is fucking terrible coin. Look at this. Fucking fucking back here when it was like at 14 cents or whatever. Wait, this is fucking Bitcoin. AST doesn't have a perp contract. Interesting. Air swap, motherfuckers. Let's yeah, we'll use a spot. See, you like using Coinbase spot charts because they literally have the most data. Even if you don't use Coinbase, the data that Coinbase collects is phenomenal. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that cocksucker. Me and Trump were waiting for moves like this back when everything was still super bullish, and it gave us nothing. Trump wasted like 2 weeks of his life watching this fucking piece of crap. Look at it. Just fucking slow. Like, how the hell did this ever get to 14 cents? Let's see. Yeah, it's fucking like right around here, Christmas Eve. Yeah, I think Trump was like stocking it like here. And it did nothing. It would go down, then come right back up, go down, come right back up, go down, come up. And we're doing spot scalps, so you can't short these things. Coinbase didn't allow us, which is why I went on the search for something I could use in the US for leverage trades. 'What you do regret losing your sweet position? What you get for dick riding so long? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Here we go. All right. So, Tulsa, do you have a coin request that I might be able to fulfill for you? 'I can never drink the warmth. 15 minutes. All right, so let's look some other stuff. What other stuff would I normally be looking at? No, I could technically look at Doge. I don't really like looking at Doge though. Let's take a look at this piece of dog shit. So if you're wondering why your market's in shit right now, you know why. Yeah, see that bastard's full on sending triangle. This thing will tank. I would say if Solana is in fact pumping, this is why it's pumping. Oh, you can have dinner. Oh my God, people said. I'm like, oh fuck me. And then again, so there's wave one, wave two, wave three might get it back up to about 18 bucks. Let's say hate to say it before it comes crashing down. If it, man, this for the guy in the action community that is down bad on Trump, fucking that solo guy. He needs this. He needs this to hit 1650. No, Trump is on Solana. It is in fact on Solana. But to be fair though, I hated Solana even before this. What I always got the big kick out of was all these Solana maxis were complaining about when's alt season starting. Problem is though, alt season can't start if Ethereum doesn't pump, but they just want to call Ethereum dog shit without actually knowing its importance. See something really quick. I'm gonna look at the Solana Bitcoin chart here in a sec. Well, look, Solana Bitcoin nearly double topped. I mean, in a sense, it kind of did, but not really. Technically, it put in a lower high, which is bearish anyways, even though it was just a little bit. But if you look right here, this is when people started getting real bullish on Solana after it did this little deal here, made that bull flag, pumped again. I had to make a bull flag, but it was quickly shot down. I'm going to let this play out a little more, get a little more data so I can use trend lines. But I would expect something like this. Oh, I hate latency. I suppose in a way I got my three trend lines, so I mean that'll do, but expect the shoulder to form, come down, come back up, come back down, come back up. It's gonna bounce off this trend line. That much I am certain of. So the pairing for Solana and Bitcoin is not looking bright. But that being said, I don't think Ethereum and Bitcoin are doing much better. Like, you look at the pairing itself, kind of flatlining. Mm. But it did break out of its downtrend, even though it still continued to go down. I would think that's more selling pressure than anything. Yeah, it's more just people selling. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, dude, we got an equal high. Equal high and lower high. I'm saying so I gotta consult because I haven't memorized these divergent charts yet, so I'm still learning. Hmm, lower high. Equal high. High RSI. See what I can Google up here. Oh yeah, there's a bearish divergence there. And Grizz was absolutely right to short it. Just it wanted to kick and scream first. So you got your divergence here. So if you look at the RSI, you have a higher high, and a lower high. But like I just pointed out, we have equal highs. So when you're spotting divergences, this is going to be a good cue to short. I might actually even close my link trade because of this. Maybe I let it stay out a little more. Nope, closing it, taking my profits and running. Will I regret this? Maybe, but do I know? Secure the bag, roll one, or roll two, actually. Yeah, look at that. That was a good catch. So if the candle closes in the red, that's my confirmation of a downward trend, and I am going to not short it. Let me update real quick in chart ideas. Here we go. Sleep. I don't really like fucking television. I'm gonna take a minute and watch this. I want to see what it does. I want to see what it does right about here once it hits that mark. If it's going to be bullish, then it needs to bounce off strong there, if not here. Um, but I just want to see if it blows through it or not. So that's what I'll be keeping an eye on for link. So let's keep jamming. Oh, what else do I want to consume? Let me see how I feel about link overall. We need to see this because I was going to use that. I would have to be somewhere around there. Look at that perfect handoff, baby. Fucking love to see it. Just fucking boom, boom. But we could also see a move like this. Come down, hit there, and then come back up. And again, it'll fall in line with Elliott Wave's principle. Because as far as I can tell, that is Link's first wave. And we're going to see the second wave. And then in principle, we should see another move like this, lining up these pullbacks, hit there, and then get our strongest move up on that third wave. So we're going to see something maybe more like this. So if you want to maximize your long on Link, again, and don't try to time this shit because this shit will never work timing it. It doesn't work like that, but I would look for an area right around here at the 1412 area if you haven't gotten in on the Link trade. And then just hold, be prepared for some turbulence. Because if you can get through the turbulence, you can get to the moon. And even then, this isn't the top. That's just going to be your strongest move up. And then pull back, and then work our way up. And then get up to that 22 area. It's gonna be a fucking hotkey for this. Let me try that. No, 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 no. Like it. Just go stick what I'm doing. It works. Pull back down to around $20. And this will kind of more or less bring us back to where we were at. So, way an Elliott wave will work. Got wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, wave five. If you pay attention. No, I mean 20x is kind of what I my default leverage to make the trade work. And so I mean just keep some cash on hand to DCA and then to add to the margin if you need to, just in case like everything's completely wrong. Like I said it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for a trade to go south. I think anybody knows that, but you see your biggest wave here though, and this is what I'm most excited about. So like I said, if I'm gonna look to long, be around the $14.12 mark, and then kind of go from there, just depending on how bad this bearish div hurts us. And like I said, it really just depends on how well support holds right there. Support is going to be crucial, and that's going to be your confirmation if it bounces. If it bounces, then yeah, we have our confirmation for wave two. If it doesn't bounce, then that's your that's your reassurance that you didn't enter the trade haphazardly. So the bounce is going to be 100% your confirmation. Without that bounce, the trade is invalid. So I will be keeping an eye on it. Like I said, it won't build exactly like this, but this is just kind of like a rough idea, rough skeleton. And then, unfortunately, on the way back down, going to be something like this. Oh no, my balls. Because we blew through so much during that third wave. That's going to be the area where we descend the fastest. Draw this out. Maybe I'll have somebody take a look at this for me, just to kind of get some other input. Getting more eyes on what you're doing is massive. Like at some point, somebody will listen to Cthulhu when he says, "Hey, shit might be fucked." And at this point, I don't even know why I checked the man's work. No, it won't affect your stop loss. Like you said, you might have to adjust your stop loss for the quantities that you're stopping, but it will not affect your stop loss. So looking at obviously this is on a much smaller scale. It will not happen in this time frame, but I mean the bull run is not over in June. I can promise you that. Bull run, from what I've noticed, bull runs have been lasting longer. The every bull run's had two legs up. And like I said, our first bull run was short and fast, or at the very least, the 2017 bull run was short and fast. Um, the 2021 was drawn out a lot more. We had the real fast hard pump at first, and then we dropped, and then towards June we got more momentum going, and yeah, things kind of did what they did, and we went back into bear market late December, literally after the first of the year. Bear markets honestly something I am very you bastards. God damn. Hey, babe. Sorry. I got busy doing a chart. Oh yeah, totally beaten off. What's up? Oh, mm, mm. What the fuck? I'm like, oh God, no, it's just the stock market. Why? Well, it takes one to know one. Sorry, babe. Thank you. How was Papa? Oh. You talking about like a little Bluetooth singer? You love me. I'm over here just like Like, yeah, listen to music. We'll do. I love you. See you in a bit. And there you go, confirmation that I am not gay. Confirmation of not gay John. The high back in December at about $31. And if we reject off that $31 mark, that's going to be your confirmation of, hey, get the fuck out of Link. You know what I mean? So let me clean that up. You know, no, I'm gonna clean that up because that's not even to scale. Freaking girlfriend's out doing wedding shit. Her and her mom. So those are my dirty hobbies. Oh my God, it's just a stock market. You know, maybe make a little wing-a-ling dragon here. I wanted to call that a little bit of a pun, though. Kind of saw that one coming. Let me see how my trades are doing. Profit here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I fucking posted that shit, man. Taking coin requests and shit. Had a special guest. I actually closed my link entry. Link's just not viable. I saw a bearish divergence with the Bitcoin Ethereum pairing. I'll show you just because you missed it. You gotta do it a little bit. We're looking at the spot. Yes, it is in fact a different market, but if you notice right here, Bojangles, you have a high right here with a lower high, but in fact, they were equal highs. The RSI is saying, get the fuck out. So I got the fuck out. Shit, dude, I think I just invented my own way of scalping. Take a look at Trump again. Yeah, I'll take a look at Trump again. And also, when you're looking at charts, if you're looking at using leverage, make sure you look at a perpetual future chart, not a spot chart. Fucking Trump was oversold like a son of a bitch. And down, so that adds up. Yeah, no, I see it bouncing there, but and also keep in mind the more times it bounces, weaker that line will get. So I would say two back to back isn't the best sign. It's not a terrible sign, but it's certainly not the best. It shows that yes, there is a support zone there, but not necessarily going to be a strong point. Like if I flip your fib chart, drop it, because again, this is your golden pocket right here. Anything above that isn't all that. So like this just tells me, oh shit, there's your ceiling. The 1643 is your ceiling. Oh dude, I fucking dropped out of high school. Made myself fucking independently, baby. Fuck man. Oh yeah, those are negatives. Yeah, no, Trump is it's not looking healthy. For it to have been healthy, the bull flag would have had to create a much higher bull flag. You would have wanted to see it right around $18. And then correct. That's going to be your bullish line. This is not very bullish. This is just slightly above. Like I said, in theory, I mean, in theory, it kind of works. Or this is kind of a lackluster correction, so that tells me it's all going to be artificial. You know, like I said, you see it's overbought, it tells you it's an artificial pump. So it's because he's offering dinner with people, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, shit, everybody's talking shit about the man. Well, fuck, you support him? Here's what you get for it. I think that's kind of cool personally. I'm not going to go have dinner with Donald Trump because I won't buy that shit coin. In my opinion, that if the bull run fails, it is 100% because of that coin. So dragging it from the tippy top, God damn it, I just want to move it. I can hate this thing. There we go. Yeah, it's bounced off for 786 one time. But this is your pocket you want to be in, right here. This green and green blue, not this teal. Oh shit, it's a fucking jam. I haven't heard this forever. Hmm. Really good. Yeah, no, not really. Just fuck you. Fibonacci does nothing but irritate me. But see, this is again why I prefer a much higher time frame. Um, oh, dude, I'm still in Phil. Phil is gonna do wonders still. I'm in Ondo. Let me see. Yeah, see, Ondo's fucking pumping. 22% already for John. Ooh, wee. Golly gee whiz. Mhm. Let me go back to a link real quick. This is gonna bug me. And also, Tulsa, make sure you are in fact on a perpetual chart, not a spot chart. Good. Fucking got out just in time. Mm. But the reason why I used the Ethereum BTC pairing is because Link is a product of Ethereum. So if Ethereum's down, fucking we hit 100K in December, baby. That's when we hit 100K. It's December. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's hard to mind right here. Like at some point, I'll be there. Mm. That's the Empire. March of God. I was like, come on, man. Get paid for trading views. Just so I can have bar replay. Damn. Look at that. 100K. But that wasn't even that far. It was back in December. Yeah, indeed. Time frame is everything. Like I said, I like to work out higher time frames. I used to be a 1 to 5 minute guy. Yeah, now things are happening. Let's look at I have my order block up here. Let's see here. Magnets, measure, blah, 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 blah. Geometrical shapes is what I want. Patterns, needs, inline tools. Hmm. Oh, dude, we're gonna fall and come back up. We have some CME gaps to fill. Check it out. So a CME gap is basically a futures gap. Let's see. BTC one, you bastard. So this is your ETFs. Up to me. Live Bitcoin futures, CME. So if you go here, so you see these gaps here. This is the CME contract. So the CME is a continuous futures contract. So there's nothing that's stopping this. Like there's no expiration dates on these contracts. This continuously running. So if you look here, I fucking hate those blue ones, goddamn it. Looks like I could kill them, but yeah. You have a big old gap here, here, and here. So I would expect to move down. Oh shit, it depends on what Zera Brothers runs on. If it's Ethereum, if it's its own chain crap, or is it a Solana thing? If it's a Solana thing, I would wait. Like I said, I'm waiting for confirmation, like I had mentioned, before I consider doing a long there. You know, this week we're actually gonna see this get filled, and depending if we bounce or not, if we don't bounce, we can go as low as $80,000 again, 81,000. So when people try to blame all this stuff on like politics and stuff like that, has nothing to do with that. That's just the market doing corrections. You must test these areas. If you don't test them, it's all for naught. And basically, they have no idea if something's worth actually putting money into. So basically, these gaps, the market closed and there just was no action. So you see how it works like that? Or nobody was buying anything, so we had no price movement. So it might even correlate with just direct sideways chop, um, like on the actual crypto market itself. Like I said, I'm still researching CME gaps. I'm not super familiar with them. I'm getting better with them, just I'm not there yet. That's okay. Like I said, let's take a look at Zer Bros for you real fast. Yeah, like I said, keep your eyes peeled though. Like we said, once it taps down here, that's when I would enter. And I'd set my stop loss somewhere right here, just in case I'm wrong. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, there's really only two possibilities of what can happen. It can go up or it can go down. There's nothing else. It can go up or it can go down, Mike. So, sorry, brothers, like I said, I would feel confident at at that level down here because I'm not trying to say I can sign to bottom, but you want it in there somewhere in here. So can I find my rectangle here? Nope. I need that rectangle, baby. Oh God, yes. So thinking right around there. Hmm. Like I said, the reason why I set that there was because that's going to be your confirmation that okay, we're on to the next leg up, and then we could potentially see some movement from there all the way back up to the 12-cent range. And you know, if we have enough momentum, we could even push up to this range right here, 15 cents. So kind of my thought process there. And again, it's your money to spend. I mean, whatever you want to do, that's buy sell buttons all you. This is more just me talking about the things that I am going to be doing, the things that I will be planning for. Yeah, fucking Hondo's just fucking hitting. This song fucking suck. No, no, no. It's a good song, but I don't wanna listen to it. No. Hmm. There's just no fucking good music worth listening to right now from. You know, fucking anyway. Motorhead's always good. All right, let's find this Eddie thing. Time to find that gem, baby. FET. Now this is one I have not looked at, and since I started trading. Oh yeah, dude. Zare Brothers could potentially be a solid meme gem. I have no, I don't know. I might trade it out. I don't even fucking know. Huh. All right, so funny story about FET and John. When I first started trading, an old mod named Garthnar had given me 12 hours of VIP for free because I actually read the Get Started. And I was just kind of going through the channels and I had noticed fucking Orange. I had noticed Orange was talking about FET, and it was probably an older call, but I decided to dive in not knowing any better, just being a fucking rookie, not asking questions. And so I dived in. Fucking shits the bet hard. It was like 30 cents or some shit like that, or no, it was like a dollar 20, somewhere around there. It was fucking basically at its top for that local period. And I thought dropping like 15 bucks and it was like, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking rich like a retard. And and I'll give me a second. I'll let you know for the value for entry in a second. Um, I'll post that chart actually in chart ideas. And I had lost like fucking $7 out of 15 on a spot trade. I was like, my bot was the minute I sold, it went up like 10 more cents from where it was when I initially bought, and I just couldn't get my feet under me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go with Poly. So I was like, I'll do Matic. I've heard of that maybe, and oh god, that was the worst trade. I threw 35 bucks at Matic, and I walked away with like 12. And that's when I realized that I needed to figure it out. I needed to figure it out and do it quickly. And yeah, and I just kind of was just buying and DCAing and just kind of doing what I do. And here I am. I took my time from VIP, and literally it just involved me Googling what the fuck Electron was saying. And I started learning the terminology and the verbiage and everything like that. And it's worked out. It's worked out well. All right, so entry for this, you'll want to be right at 04284. Now, bear in mind, I will not be taking this trade. I am not a union guy or anything like that. I have my rules set before me, and I much prefer to trade something with history than just taking a random shot at it. Like I said, and I'll fill out what I'm thinking as far as Zara Brothers is concerned. I heard an analyst had called for Zeri, and I couldn't find it. And and I've noticed over time that the analysts aren't wrong with their failed trades. They're just honestly they're all taken with in chunks it seems. So like when you have something that's like at 20 cents and final target is 85 cents, they don't expect it to pump that entire time. They're just taking bites. I am closing fill. I am closing Ondo as well. Could regret it, but I am going to secure the bag and follow my rules. And I am sitting pretty. And my course from 1 to 100, I am now at 80. So I am very, very happy about that. Notice things, you know. Mm, let's see. Okay, there we go. Mm. Yeah, exactly. I closed out all my positions. I'm happy with my profits. And you know, if you ever feel uneasy about a particular signal and you're in profit, you're happy with profit, feel free to close the profit. Um, so Jingles, for you, biggest thing I can recommend is literally trade with the trend. Um, but looking at Zeri Bros, I think it's called. If we can get the next couple of days to kind of flatten out like that before we start seeing movement upwards, that's going to be a little bit more validation when it comes to this cup and handle pattern being filled. Like I said, I don't know much about the coin. I don't know who makes it. I don't know what it does. I know nothing about it. Just again, looking at the chart, this is just what I'm seeing, and this is what I would anticipate to work. Like I said, I will not be taking the trade myself. I don't think it has what I am looking for, and just kind of going from there. Um, so does anybody else have a coin that they'd like to have looked at before I continue just looking for that one token top? Hmm. Oh, so looks like I missed wave one, wave two. Hey, I might be just in time here. Here's my entry. Give me a sec here. Let me just build these trades real fast. We'll get at it. Mhm. Give myself plenty of room. You know what? I don't think it's gonna go back. Yeah, it will go back. I don't know anybody on summertime. There you go. It's a nice little setup. Some instant gratification there. Instant gratification. With some affirmation. Mhm. Oh, goddamn. It's more crooked than Bojangles, Bojangles. There we go. And if this plays out right here, guys, this is a massive move as well. Dude, Polkadot could be where it's at, to be honest with you. And then exit there. Let me just draw the line that real quick. Three, 7, 3. Mhm. So the pros and cons of using cross leverage is simple. It gives you a larger liquidity pool because you're basically gambling your whole deal. Um, when anytime it says cross, I always do isolate because I know what my risk tolerance is at this point. 4.33. And I mean, realistically, when they say that they're doing cross, it's because they know their risk tolerance. They have a lot more money in each trade than most people have in their portfolios. Like for example, Grizz has said his average trade is $3,000 to $6,000 a trade. So he has a very, very large pool that he's drawing from that is more than $36,000. So he has plenty of liquidity. It wasn't just something he discovered. I want to say this for Grizz. They don't make people like that, man. He is a fucking machine. There you go. Take a second. Take a look there. Yeah, no, fucking Grizz is wild. And I'm sure Grizz has more than one portfolio too. Like I said, he's not just a baller, he's an absolute success machine. He's drawing board. Oh, if there was anybody who ever deserved the clown role, it's that fucking guy. Swear to God, that's hilarious. Yeah, this is something worth looking into for Polkadot. Like I said, we got the order block here. I might recommend a DCA somewhere in the middle here. at like 405. Yeah, let's just write that in. Oh, I don't like the color. Let's fucking be real risky. Still 404. Hmm. Visibility, text, blah 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 blah. Not blue. Let's go white. There we go. That is a fully fledged trade. Stop loss is 397. If you guys follow this trade, this is again just the way that I would play it. But I'm going to rely on the top portion of this order block to do its job. And so far, I've been dead nuts with my order blocks, so I'm hoping that that continues. Like I said, I'm still super new at all this. Drawing up trades and planning for them are something that I do not normally do. Let's see. But yeah, no, that's a nice little gem too, and that'll give us 10% growth here, even potentially three times your money if this trade plays out. So that may be one worth looking at. You know what? I just kind of want to be funny. Let me see if I can do a call request. Coin dot wizard preferred. There's no issue what somebody else look over your work. I mean, these guys are the professionals at the end of the day, and I value their opinions tremendously. Both of these guys, and I just kind of want to see maybe I'm tracking correctly. See if they show down and then back up. Wait, polka dot about to hit. Let me set a limit. It's basically adding to your position size, but also bringing your initial entry down. Is what GCA does. It brings down your average. So let's say well, again, simple math. You enter something in at $1, it drops down to 80 cents. You put in an equal position size where it brings the average that you need to get over to 90 cents rather than to $1. So instead of having to grow 20 cents to break even, you only have to grow 10 cents to break even. So it's basically just a good way to manage risk. Let's go in light with I don't know, 5%, $4 in the trade. Get that with an isolated trade, open along there, and then we will see. Oh, here we go. I'll put that 4%. And he says, about it. Yes, it should. So I'm looking at other analysts talking about XRP, and they're all on the same page that I was on. They're saying bullish, baby. All right, so next one. When I first started trading, everybody was about polka dot. And times have certainly changed. It's looking wild. This shit. Tron, doing Tron things. I think it's called Tron, I don't know. I'll type of Farcoin. Lala, Hondo, SEI. That's been a good one to short for people. Cat's crap. Jupiter, fuck that. Floki, I don't want to do a meme coin cast, but maybe. This might be one worth looking at. That's the wave one, correction, wave two, correction. You know what? This may not be correct. This might just be what it is. Flat on bounce. I think the first time I looked at Casper, it was about 13 cents. It's at the order block now. So I think you'll open like a 2% trade on that. Still current market price 9727. And let's see what happens, baby. There we go. I'm in on Casper. So look, it's doing the same thing potentially. Might be making a tip and handle. Nah, I keep wanting to go back to Zeri. I know a lot of people are very bullish on Casper. I am not a fan of the technology, but I will like to know that it's there. Look at that. Look at that. Exactly what I wanted to see. Play that range, baby, and bring it down to that. And there's your confirmation for Zeri. Mhm. Unless anybody else has got another request, I think I might hang this up. See if I've been rating on Rust or not. All right. Okay. Guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And I'll see if I can do this again next week and just kind of jam from there. Like I said, if you guys have questions, please be in the Discord right now. It works slow, so there's a pretty good chance I'll respond pretty quick if I see it, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Gotta go do some rush shit. Fucking nerd. There we go.